Sherri Shepherd.
I'm excited every day, John, but I get excited every day. We have a great show because Malcolm-Jamal Warner is here. Okay, I just single-handedly blew out all of the sound in the control room. This, I have had a crush on this man since the Cosby Show. Literally, when he played Theo, I was crushing on him. This one right here. And now he's a full-grown man. This is not your average Theo. Right here.
I remember when Theo had everybody, wanting to rock that Gordon Cottrell sweater.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it was short here and it was long and had all of the stuff on it.
That sweater was a mess.
That sweater was a mess. I just have to tell you, and I'm going to talk about it when Malcolm comes, but I had a sitcom called Sherri on Lifetime. And so, thank you. And when they were auditioning men to play my ex-husband, because it was based on my life about my ex-husband had cheated with a girl, got her pregnant, and I went on stage and did that story, and then they decided to do a sitcom called Sherri. And so when they were looking, I was like, I want Malcolm-Jamal Warner. All these actors came in, I didn't even care. I was like, when Malcolm-Jamal Warner coming in? And he played my ex-husband it was a whole season of Sherri. And I can't wait for y'all to meet him. He's such a kind person. He's amazing. And plus, our Best Life series continues with nutritionist Dr.Ro. So this is, woo! This is gonna be a good show today. And I have to say, I'm a little bit tired, y'all, because John and I were out late last night. We went to, we didn't go clubbing. I wish it was something like that. We went to the New York premiere of Tom Hanks' new film, The Man from Otto. A Man Called Otto. And I have to say, I thought we loved the movie. It was a very beautiful story. It's a very lovely story. It was like a river kind of meandering through. But it was we liked it a lot, yeah?
A wonderful slice of life. It really makes you think about aging and community. Really well done.
Absolutely. Tom Hanks was so wonderful. And his wife, Rita Wilson, performed at the end of the screening. She sang. And it was so funny because I did not know that Rita Wilson she wrote the song, which they said is like up on the list for an Oscar nomination.
On the short list of
On the short list.
Yeah.
And I did not know that Rita Wilson, she co-wrote this song, that she was a singer and a songwriter. Yeah. I didn't know.
And the gentleman here was filling in for the gentleman who did the theme song from El Canto.
Okay.
So it's a duet, and she sings, she raps, she writes.
Rita Wilson raps?
She's a Renaissance woman.
All right, now their son is Chet Hanks, he's got the Jamaican patois. He does White Boy Summer. That's their son, Tom Hanks. But it's so funny because I wanted to get close to Tom Hanks because I really wanted to ask him to come on the show. Like, he doesn't know me, but I wanted to introduce myself, and we didn't get to meet Tom Hanks. He was standing there, we were in the second row, and he was looking for people that he was in the movie with, and he was like, hey, so every time he did this, I was like, hey! I was trying to get his attention. Because here's the thing, when John makes me go to these things with him, these outings, because I'm really, as much as I talk, I'm so socially awkward at parties because I never know what to say to people, and these are all these famous people that I'm around, and I get intimidated. And so my comfort place is at the table where all the food is. That's where, like, if you want to find me, I will always be at the food table. So, at these little fancy schmancy things, they got the little food bites, little tomatoes, little mozzarella cheese, little pepperoni, and they never give you a fork big enough to get anything. They give you these little tongs, and so I had a sequin dress on. So I'm trying to eat and be fancy with the little tongs, and then the tomatoes went all over the table. They went all over the floor, and I said, oh my gosh, if Tom Hanks steps on a tomato, he gonna be so mad. My pepperoni was everywhere. And then I don't know if I kept going back and forth to the table because it was these little plates. Like, that wasn't enough to fill me up. I went to the table like 5 or 6 times. I don't know if that was ghetto or what, but I was so hungry. And then it was people, I could tell the bigwigs were looking for something to eat, but I had eaten everything at the table. Oh my gosh, I hope they invite us back, John. But I was so excited because I saw an actor, he turned around, and it was the legendary actor Lou Diamond Phillips. I get verklempt. I couldn't even talk, but my mouth was open and I was doing this, so he turned around and came over. So he was so sweet, John. But his daughter, Indigo, she was so young, she fanned out, she came over and she said, oh man, you were the penguin on The Masked Singer. Like, she remembered me. And she said, and you were on a game show. You hosted a game show. And before Lou Diamond Phillips didn't know who I was, he just thought I was this girl doing this the whole time. But as his daughter kept saying some of my credits, he was like, oh, so thank you, Indigo, for making me look good for your dad. I appreciate you so much. So it was fun. Go see the movie, A Man Called Otto. It's so tender and loving, and it will have you emotional during the movie. And so I also want to give a quick birthday shout out to one of my best friends, Tom Borden, his grandmother, Priscilla Georgian. Now, she is 95 years old today. 95. And Miss Priscilla watches our show every day, but I gotta tell you a really quick story. When I was going through my second divorce, I just was like, sometimes when you go through a divorce and bad stuff, you just feel like you have nobody. You feel like mentally, the stress. And so Tom and his husband, Jimmy, said, come visit us in Boston so we can take care of you and Jeffrey. And I was there, and his family came over, his grandmother, Priscilla, and I was so tired. I was sitting at the breakfast table with this family. This is them. And she says, hello, Jeffrey. And Jeffrey looked at Miss Priscilla, and he said, because when you're older, when you're this age, we have everything. When you're older, sometimes you're missing a few things, And so Jeffrey looked at Miss Priscilla, and he said, where's your tooth? Because she didn't have. And that's your worst nightmare as a parent. That's your worst nightmare as a parent, that your child is gonna say something that's gonna get them slapped into next week. And when I tell you, all you heard me go was, ah! Like that. And I went to jerk up my son, because that's what happens with that kind of thing. You either can pinch that fat right there, or you jerk him up by the neck. And I went to get him because he was about to get it. And Miss Priscilla said, no, Sherri. She was a retired teacher, and she said, no, that shows Jeffrey's critical thinking skills. And I looked at her, I said, is that what y'all call it? And meanwhile, my son looking at me just a grinning, because he know I can't get him. So I said, Miss Priscilla just saved your life. She saved your life. And so now when I look, it's so funny, John, now when I take Jeffrey out, and sometimes he'll say something, and the people look at me like they're about to take my black card away, I just look at him and I go, he's showing his critical thinking skills. So Miss Priscilla, I want to say happy 95th birthday, and thank you for watching the show. I love you so much. Thank you, Tommy. Okay, so y'all, guess what? It looks like they're gonna have to change the name of Mega Millions to Mega Billions. Mega Billions. Because tonight's jackpot, let me show you this, is worth $1.1 billion. $1.1 billion. I got my tickets. That is the third largest prize in the history of the Mega Millions. Now, I usually don't play the lottery unless it's big, because I'm not a gambler. I like to stay practical, you know, because you gamble. I think in my family, they gamble, and I think the most they won is $50 playing over 30 years. And so I'm very practical, but you know, I'll gamble sometimes in Vegas. I only spend $100. I let myself spend $100 because I know I will get addicted. And one time I got to Marco, I got to $99. I had spent $99. I only had $1 left, Marco. And there was an old man sitting next to me, and I started grinning like a donkey at the, you know, and I stuck my chest out, and he gave me $20. Now, young girls, I'm not saying do not try this at home. This worked for Auntie, okay? So he gave me $20 to play Marco because I got addicted to playing. This is why I don't play, John. I don't want to get addicted. So at The View, we would play together. We would do an office pool. But that can get messy when you do that office pool because you don't know who chipped in what. And then if somebody wins, you don't know if they always, in every office pool, the person who collects the money always comes back and goes, we didn't win. And then I'm trying to figure out if his cousin Gerard didn't run off with the money and they hiding it. So I would like to do a pool here over at Sherri. We don't do we do a pool, Marco?
No.
Yeah, we should do a pool and just give me the money because the only thing I'm not gonna mess it up. The only thing you gotta worry about, I might, you know, buy a MTA ticket to ride the subway or, you know, go to a restaurant. But I would, like, if you give me the money, Marco, you can trust me with the money. Me and my assistant, Edie, because she's very trustworthy. And if she runs off with the money, she's gonna be at her mama's house in North Carolina. So you'll be able to find her. So we gotta do a whole pool because it's $1.1 billion.
Really, that's a lot of money.
Yes, it's such a lot of money. So I'm excited because I got these tickets, but I also, the odds of winning are 1 in 302 million. But I'm gonna say to my studio audience, your odds just got better because everybody's getting a lottery ticket before you know it. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Now, I'm gonna tell you though. I know. This is the best I can do. I'm not Oprah. Y'all not gonna get a car. But the lottery tickets, but I'm telling y'all, if one of y'all win, you better share it. Because this clip literally will be my court record. I'm suing somebody. If one of y'all walk out of here and win that $1.1 billion, because the drawing is tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, you know? And that's, so we giving you, let's go. Now I have to tell you, I love how open and real Keke Palmer is with her fans. I love this woman so much. So, now, Keke has never shied away from her struggles with acne. We've all seen it. She's always talked about how bad her acne has gotten. And now she is revealing that she found the secret to clear skin. Take a look.
So I'm here to let y'all know that I found the secret. I found the secret to clearing up my acne, and guess what it is? You need to get knocked up. Period, point blank, period. The reason my skin is clear is because I'm pregnant with a baby right now. Do you understand? The baby has cleared my skin up. Get into the toilet. Call me Keke Wyatt, because I'm about to be pregnant for the rest of my life.
Now, Keke, my darling, my love, look at her. She is pregnant. I love what you said, Keke, because it's clearing up your skin. But let me tell you something, Keke, from Auntie. Once you get pregnant, this is the other side of when you get knocked up. Your boobs are going to sag They are going to hang onto your knees because that baby has sucked out everything from your breast. And Kiki, wait until your nipples crack from breastfeeding. Wait until that happens. You ain't gonna give a damn about a zit. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something, Kiki. You are gonna have stretch marks from Iowa to Texas. Your belly will hang over your panties forever. And you are never gonna get a belly laugh again because you're gonna pee on yourself every time you laugh, Kiki. After you keep on talking about getting knocked up, your booty gonna get extra wrinkles and indentations. And I would tell you what happens to your vagina, but we're not gonna go there, Kiki. And the only reason why I'm not going there is because I want to keep my show on the air. That's why. So you keep getting knocked up if you want to, Kiki. But congratulations, you enjoy your pregnancy. Oh my God! Oh. And I want to say I'm so happy about Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin. Oh. He just looks like my nephew. If you don't know, Damar suffered cardiac arrest and he collapsed on the field after a tackle last week and he had to be taken to the hospital. And literally, they didn't know if they were gonna lose Damar because of the severity of his injury. But on Sunday, Damar was cheering on his team after their big win. He literally, this was a miracle that he was up. And so his charity, he had a charity where he was trying to gather toys for the kids in his neighborhood. And it's called Chasing M's Foundation, where he donates toys to the kids in his community. Now, on the GoFundMe, the goal was $2,500. But with all of the outpouring of love, they have currently raised over $8.6 million. Because so many people... Now, this is a lot of money. John, these kids, they used to getting Barbie dolls and toy train sets. It's $8.6 million. You know some little boy gonna be like, I want you to buy the whole Amtrak station. And I'm so glad. And so the Buffalo Bills, they played 2 days ago, and they played for Damar. I'm so glad they won. They did, they won. Because I'm going to tell you, that'd have been horrible if they had lost. That would have been, we playing for Damar, and then they lost. Oh, so I was hoping, please win. So Damar, we are all rooting for you. We're rooting for a full recovery, and you are on your way. Y'all, don't go anywhere. I am swooning because up next, Malcolm-Jamal Warner is here. Remembered for playing Theo from the classic sitcom The Cosby Show. Yes. Now he's a brash but brilliant surgeon on the hit medical drama The Resident. Take a look.
Now, can you please check with Dr. Voss about my transfer?
Yeah, that's not going to be so easy, Governor. We opened what we could in the cath lab, but your cardiac function must have been bad from the start. And right now, your heart is working only at 10%. Governor, your only hope for survival is a heart transplant.
Your heart was weak to begin with, and now you're in heart failure.
The meds you're getting from that big IV in your chest are the only reason your heart is beating strong enough to keep you alive.
Please welcome Malcolm-Jamal Warner. This ain't Theo right here. First of all, I didn't know when I didn't see the clip. Right here with your arms like this and this. Oh my goodness. Now, we have history together.
Yeah.
Because you played my cheating ex-husband on the sitcom Sherri.
Yeah,
You remember that?
Oh, we
Look
had a
there.
blast.
Oh,
We had a ball.
Look
Look at that. Oh.
Right there. It's so funny because I so loved working with you on the show. Did you like working with me?
That was one of my favorite gigs.
Oh, you like working on the show?
Yeah, because we had such a good time. And so when you do a show, it's usually the person who's like the number one on the call sheet. They really set the tone. So when the number one on the call sheet is real difficult, it trickles down, right?
Yeah.
But when you have the number one who is mad cool, it makes everything mad cool.
Oh.
And Sherri, come on, we had a good time.
We had such a good time.
Yeah, we had a ball.
I want to show you and the audience a clip of such a good time that we had. Here we go.
So, how you doing?
What's wrong?
What? What's nothing to be wrong?
You're blinking fast and your lip is sweating. Spill it.
Listen, I need to talk to you about Paula.
The quiz hoe. I worked really hard on that nickname. I would appreciate you using it.
I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this, Malcolm, but I always told the writers to write a scene where I had to kiss you. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
You did not? You couldn't figure out we was kissing so much in the show?
Well, what you didn't know that if I wasn't in a relationship at the time, I might have slipped tongue in. I'm just saying.
Stop. Let me get out of the rest of this interview. Oh my goodness, my uterus is moving. Let me stop. And I'm so glad you had, oh man, wifey, I'm so sorry. Now you play a high-powered, cocky surgeon on The Resident. You are so cocky. I gotta ask you, is that some of that is in you, or is it just fun to play that character?
No, it's a whole lot of him in me.
Okay.
Yeah, but with him, I get to play the guy I don't allow myself to be in real life. You know,
Yeah.
The thing I love about him is he's arrogant, but not because he's compensating for insecurities or anything. He just knows he's damn good at what he does. And he's so comfortable in his skin that he doesn't care what you think about him. He's just always going to tell you the truth. And as an artist, there's a fine line, because as an artist, you want to not care what people think about you.
Yeah.
But the success of your art greatly depends upon what people think about you.
What people think of you.
So it's great to have the freedom to, be in a space where I get to play a guy who doesn't care about any of that.
Watching you have to use so many, the medical jargon and the terms. Is that hard? I've always wondered that. When you have to say that?
Yes.
It is.
Yes. Yes, there's at least one term every episode that will trip, every actor up.
Yeah.
Or everybody in the cast. There's always one that we're kind of like, I worked on this so much when I was at home, and now I'm in front of the camera and I can't get it.
You can't say it.
Yeah, one episode I had chronic thromboembolic hypertension.
Ooh.
And I had to say it like 4 times in the episode. And I had to say it, just had to go tripling off the tongue, and I couldn't.
But somehow it sounds so sexy. Chronic embolome thymoloma. Now, you said, I read somewhere that you said when you had to audition for The Resident, that it was one of the worst auditions of your career. Really?
Yeah, it was definitely, I'd say it was number 2. Second to my Cosby audition. But, so for me, a not great audition is when you go in, you do your audition, and they say, great, that was great, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you go in and you do your thing, and they go, okay, that was cool, now let's try this. It means they're engaged,
Yes.
right? And now they want to play. So when I auditioned, the casting director, Scott, kept giving me notes, and for some reason, I felt like I was just really off my game. And by the time I finished the audition, I walked back to my truck. I shed a few thug tears. And I got home, and my wife was like, how'd it go? And I said, I don't want to talk about it. And normally, I talk about all of my auditions, the good ones, the bad ones. So when I said I don't want to talk about it, she was like, okay, cool. And then 3 days later, I got the call.
You got the job.
I got the gig. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. See, sometimes you when you step outside yourself, you do better than you think you did. You made an impression.
Yeah. And that's the thing about actors, as when we audition, we have to get out of trying to judge our auditions.
Exactly.
Because our barometer is just off.
You go, you do it, you let it go. But now you're in another project called Accused.
Yeah.
Now you say that this show is very different from other crime shows that are on the air.
Yeah, The Accused is a courtroom anthology series.
Okay.
So every episode is its own self-contained episode, like Twilight Zone or Black Mirror.
Oh, yes.
So in my episode, I play a man whose daughter was sexually accosted.
Okay.
And I decided to take matters in my own hands.
In your own hands.
Yeah.
So it plays out. The whole thing plays out.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to see you in that.
The whole series is great. The writing is excellent. I'm really proud of my episode. It's hard to watch, but it's good.
It's good.
It's really good.
I know, because you hard to watch, and you good. Sorry, wife, you had to do it. Now, I want to congratulate you, because you're a Grammy winner already.
Yes,
but,
yes.
Won a Grammy. But you have been nominated. You've been nominated for your 4th album, which is called Hiding in Plain View.
Yeah.
Now, what does this album mean to you, Malcolm?
This album, it's my 4th album. It's by far my most important album from a social conscious standpoint. I believe it's one of the most important albums to have come out in 2022. I have featured on the album novelist and professor of African American Studies at Clark Atlanta University, Dr. Daniel Black. And together, he's interweaved throughout the album, and there's just so much knowledge dropped on this album, and it's really important. I say that this album is for Black boys, Black men, Black people, non-Black people who have the foresight enough to see that our self-healing is an invitation to explore their own necessary healing.
Right.
It's an album that can really shift the way we approach raising our Black boys, which will then have a profound impact on how they interact with each other and Black girls, and it will, of course, have an impact on how future Black men and Black women relate to each other and the world at large.
Okay, this is something Jeffrey and I are going to be listening to.
Yeah, I think, especially as a parent of a Black boy, you will dig it. But also, so I say that, so on the surface, it may seem on the surface that it's just about Blackness, but there is so much universality to the album that I've had, non-Black people really be able to relate to a lot of the album. So it's a really important album. And as the producer and musician, the album also sounds
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you, I got to ask you this before you leave, because your daughter is 5 years old.
Yeah.
So she's and so I know that you watch the episodes of The Cosby Show with her because you were on there for a long time. Now, when she sees her daddy, is she impressed?
No, she's so unimpressed. She knows it's me. She's like, that's Papa. Where's Rudy? And for the longest time, she used to call the show Rudy's Family.
Really?
Yeah. And so now the crazy thing is, Keisha's always been my little homie since she was 4 years old. And Keisha's daughter is a couple of months older than my daughter, and they absolutely love each other.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, they were just at the house over the weekend on Saturday, and me and Keisha look at our daughters playing, and then we look at each other, and we're like, this is so surreal.
Yes, it is.
And you see these two little 5-year-old girls, playing, and they're saying please and thank you, and they're some grown women, some little grown women already. You know?
Malcolm, I just want to say thank you for coming. This meant a lot to me that you
Sherri,
said
congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. I love seeing you in your element. I love how you relate to the audience. I love just to see you in your own space and being able to be unabashedly you.
Thank you so much. I knew I should have tried it when I had the chance. The Resident airs tonight at 8 on Fox, and watch Fox's anthology series Accused, premiering January 22nd. Up next, What I Wanted versus What I Got. Keep it here. Versus what I got. So our first one comes from Audrey in Brooklyn. Now, Audrey needed a new wig, so she ordered one online. Here is the wig Audrey wanted. Okay, very cute. Now, here's the wig that Audrey got. Oh! Okay. Audrey, that wig looks like it had a rough night. Oh, my goodness. Now, our next one comes from Mary in Dallas. Mary ordered a real-life doll that's supposed to look like a real child. Now, here's the real-life doll that Mary wanted. Oh, that's cute, baby hair and everything. And here's the doll that Mary got. Oh! Okay, Mary, I'm a little confused, because I need to know, do the accessories cost extra? And I think Mary ordered the base model. Girl, you better check your receipt, this one. So our next one comes from Travis in New Jersey. Travis hired his cousin to build him a shed for the backyard. Here's the shed that Travis wanted. Okay, nice. And here's the shed Travis got. Now see, Travis, this is what happens when you try to save a buck and you hire your cousin Larry. You don't get a shed, you get a shack. Now, our last one comes from a viewer who watches our show on YouTube. Now, she wanted an Elmo cake for her baby's first birthday. Here's a cake that she wanted. Aww. And here's the cake that she got. Ooh, girl. I don't want to see what happens if you tickle that Elmo. So, if you have a funny fail that you'd like to share, go to SherriShowTV.com. Up next, nutritionist Dr.Ro teaches us how to eat for our age. Keep it here. Continues with my next guest. She's a nutritionist whose book, Lose Your Final 15, is available now in paperback. And she is here to teach us how to eat for our age. Please welcome Dr.Ro. Dr.Ro. Okay, so many of us have made these resolutions to eat healthier and we lose it. How do we stick to this resolution?
First of all, I don't want you to have a resolution. I want you to have a goal. Set a measurable goal.
Okay.
Okay? Not, I want to lose weight. I want to lose 40 pounds.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it 15 pounds at a time.
Oh, so something specific. Okay. Now, we're not getting any younger. Our bodies, you say that our bodies change every decade.
Yeah, so the things that your body requires in the 50s are very different from what it required in the 20s.
Okay.
So you got to take action steps that are going to match up to the decade.
Okay, well, we're going to do the decades. Let's start with how do you do in your 20s?
So in your 20s, you know, most people in their 20s think they're invincible. Mm-hmm. You're not. So here's what you want to do. You want to establish healthy eating habits, healthy exercise and activity habits. This is important in this decade. This is when you should be paying the most attention to what you eat and the way that you live, because this is going to take you through to your 40s and 50s and beyond.
Oh, okay.
You see?
Okay.
So lean protein. We got a nice stir-fried chicken, which is quick and easy, and you can save your leftovers.
May I eat? I see a fork.
Please.
I should be able. Okay.
Please. You can take this over to your.
I feel 20 right now.
Right. Love it, love it. This stir-fried chicken is excellent. So good source of protein, and then you got great, antioxidants from your vegetables. And so, and you use the leftovers for lunch, a healthy lunch the next day.
Okay.
Good?
Oh, this is good.
Okay.
Okay, so now what should you do in your 30s? That's from 30s.
So 30s is all about muscle wasting. So it's about building muscle. We start to lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass by age 30. Yeah.
Well, all mine is gone.
So you
okay.
You're working out.
Okay.
So this is a meal like this. We've got a great baked salmon and an apple slaw, and the salmon provides 26 grams of protein, good fats, and then you polish off the meal with these vegetables. So we've got asparagus. Liking it? Okay, so you're gonna help.
Slaw.
You're gonna help too. Apple slaw is good, right? All of these recipes are from my book.
Oh, well, this is good. I love this. Okay, so now we got the 20s, the 30s. This is the 40s.
40s. So 40s is when perimenopause starts to set in. So it's all about your metabolism. And it's all about boosting that metabolism, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to have lean protein, so the rich.
I know this is good. Yeah. You know, the one thing I don't like about this is I'm aging as I go.
Okay. So the beef adds your lean protein, and then we polish it off with these vegetables, which have also all these antioxidants to help you. But the sweet potato helps to rehydrate the body so that it helps to boost your metabolism. Because dehydration makes your metabolism dip.
Okay. So
good.
So now we're over in our 50s.
Okay, so I love the 50s, right?
50s are amazing.
I love
50s are.
Hey,
yes, they
I
are.
love the 50s decade. It really does. Life really does get greater later.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we have to cut calories though in the 50s because there's a body of evidence.
Why I got so much salad here?
So
in the 50s.
But look, I gave you this great grape chicken. So the grape chicken, the chicken itself provides protein, and then the grapes help to stave off the menopausal symptoms that come in the 50s, right? So the brain fog and the night sweats and the hot flashes, all of that, the grapes help to stave that off.
This is my plate. Night sweats, hot flashes.
And then your spaghetti squash that it's over, very low in calories, but high volume, which means it contains a lot of water. It's a vegetable that contains a lot of water.
Where's the plate for the people who lie about their age?
So
no, I'm just kidding you. But how important is it to drink? Because I see you have water. How important is it to drink water?
In every meal. And you notice I have lemon. I have lemon or I have mint, some herb, because the lemon is anti-inflammatory. It's very important. And also the water boosts your metabolism as well. And the colder it is, the better off you stand to boost that metabolism. Yes.
Can I put a little tequila in one of the drinks right here?
On an occasion.
On an occasion.
On an occasion.
Dr.Ro, this food is good for every age. I love it.
Every age and stage. You can't do the things that you did in your 20s for your 50s, but here's the thing. If you make these small incremental changes, it will take you through and put you in peak health condition.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for being here, Dr.Ro. And for more info on these recipes, go to SherriShowTV.com. We'll be right back. Now, I am here from Alicia. I'm here with Alicia from France. So, all the way from France. Alicia, I am going to show you a photo from a TV show that is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and you have to guess the line, okay? So this line comes from the show Sex and the City. All right. Okay. Is it A, I've spent $40,000 on shoes and I have no place to live? B, big, I need $500. Or C, my outfit costs $8,000. Why do I still look homeless? What's the answer?
So to be honest, no idea. So I'm going to ask for the audience.
What does the audience think?
C?
C?
Oh, no, I was going to say A.
You were going to say A? I know, but you're saying C. We got you. So our next player, we're going to bring up Michael. We're going to sit you down, Miss Francie, okay? Our next player is Michael from Atlanta. Now, from Atlanta. Okay, so our next line comes from the show Will and Grace. Here are your choices. Oh my God, the results are in. I'm pregnant. Good Lord, you can't be serious. Or, when we broke up, it was for different reasons. I wanted to raise the kids Jewish, you wanted to sleep with men. Which one is it?
A.
You said A? Oh no! Oh no, Michael! Well, thank you both for playing. You guess what? You're both going home with a $100 gift card to Black Cat Restaurant. We'll be right back. It's time for one last laugh. So today's laugh comes from a little dog who hates being cold. Take a look. Oh, look at him, look at him. Oh, he going on just 2 legs. He don't want to get the back legs cold. I hear you. Oh, you better go, doggy. No, oh, I love this. I hate being cold too. That's what I look like on the way to my morning workouts. Thank you so much for the laugh, and we'll be right back. Tomorrow, the super funny Steve Harvey will be here. Plus, PetSmart is bringing us some puppies to the show. I can't wait. Until then, be intentional about having a good time. Bye.
Nice.